There's so many different factors that we are looking at when we are advising a student with regards to what a good MCAT score is. The average MCAT score for medical school matriculants is a 512. It's a little bit under that, but we say 512. But there are a lot of different factors we look at. What state is the student from? Or would they be happy going to their state schools? What are the average MCATs for in-state residents at those state schools? Is the student interested in osteopathic med schools, in which case the average MCAT the student needs is much, much lower? And we look at the student's other experiences. In terms of a student who has great grades, sounds like has great experiences, it would depend on what the student's goals are. I mean, for students who tell us they want to go to, let's say, top 10, top 20 medical schools, we want those students to be aiming for a 517 plus. That said, we have students who get into those top schools with MCATs of 511, but they have something else that really makes them stand out. We also have students with, let's say, an MCAT of 517, but they don't have really strong experiences. And if they had strong experiences, they'd be competitive for a higher tier of medical school, but because they have excellent metrics, but they don't have great experiences, maybe they're not as competitive as they could be if they had those experiences. So when we're making these recommendations, we are looking at everything holistically in the same way the medical school admissions committee does. And because we've been working with students for the past 17 years and we see who gets in, and we understand those students' backgrounds and what they have done to be successful, we're making very, very individualized recommendations. That's why sometimes with some of these things, even though I'd love to say you need this MCAT score to get into medical school, it's different for everybody. And that's why it's very, very hard to sort of make these recommendations that apply to everybody.